and welcome. I'm John, and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. This is the weekly Wednesday Warhammer / Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off the cuff video, guys. For those of you new, what does that mean? I record a video and I upload it. I don't mess around, don't edit it, I don't do no. That's why at the beginning of this video, you won't see my funny little symbol. There's none of that. I do have a transition button, which I can, if I have to adjust the lighting or something, I can do that. Or if it starts hammering down rain, nothing like last week it was. Or if there's noisy people outside, you can hear them in the background now. But if they get too noisy, I can then transition, wait for them to keep noise down. Those of you who are regular here, guys, for the love, thank you very much. These weekly Wednesday videos are all to do with models. Model focused, any sneaky tips, painting, gluing, tools, materials, storage, anything like that. You know, sometimes there'll be terrain questions come up, but I try to just squeeze them in here and there because, you know, terrain is a different video. Any rules or anything, you know, anything like that is this weekly Wednesday. I do a painting video, which is every 7 to 10 days. The last one, I painted this herald on a juggernaut. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I was sitting on the table for months and months and months, and I was like, let me just do that. And I actually really enjoyed it, and it's very quick and easy and good. And there was a terrain build every week, and for those of you, excuse me, those of you that have tuned in for the terrain build, I've got a few final bits to put onto it, but it's, yeah, an insane idea that I did, and it's not come out, you know, master crafted perfect, but it's come out really good, and I can just work from that and make it even better. And I think when I upload that video, which could be tomorrow, and you guys see that, you're going to be like, oh wow, that's a bit of a game changer. But anyway, on to this week's questions, guys. What is the best paint to paint terrain with? Now, I think I've already covered this once before, but what you're like on my terrain builds, and you see the videos and everything else, you'll see me using GW colours here and there and stuff like that. Okay, I do that for the majority of stuff, like undercoating and doing base colours and stuff like that. You want to get some craft paint, which is, you know, this type of thing. I mean, I've got a yellow ochre for some bizarre reason. I picked this one up, probably because I was in the shop and that's the only colour I had. I thought, oh, let me grab that. But you know, that type of paint is what you want, because you can put it onto a little palette, weigh it down, base colour everything, and then when you're doing dry brushing and stuff like that, you use, you know, GW paints. You're not using, I say GW paints, but you could use army paint, you could use, you know, Vallejo, you could use any one that you feel comfortable with and you know how the colour comes out. This is the way to go. You could also use, this is, you know, depending on what you're painting terrain wise, an airbrush, or airbrush paint. Okay, so a bit of black paint in the airbrush and you're undercoating something is a very easy way, you know, not easy way, it's just still time consuming, but it's a safe way of undercoating a piece of terrain without any chemicals melting, or, you know, you're getting a mess everywhere because you're using underspray and, you know, that sort of stuff. Those who say, what's underspray? I've said this before, I'll just tell you quickly again. Underspray, not the lid's come off of it in my hand. It's basically got a cleaning bottle. Okay, you rinse it out, wash it out. PVA glue, well, you fill it up with water 3/4 of the way first. PVA glue, and then some black paint, some blue paint, some blue ink, black ink, yellow, whatever colour you have floating around. And you give it a good shake. You give it a test spray. Okay, and if it comes out too runny, there's not enough PVA glue in it. So you give it a couple more squirts of PVA glue. If you spray it and it comes out and it comes out nice and pink, but the paint's too transparent, then you put a bit more paint into it. Okay, that's used in the same way as a rattle can spray can, but you're using it for foam and polystyrene and all sort of stuff, so you don't melt it. Now you could, on the Insane Wizards build I used that, then I used a rattle can, and then I would use that again afterwards, because the rattle can gets into the bits that the spray won't get into because it's on a nozzle. So when you try and get underneath, it won't do it, but the spray can will. and then you can quickly give it a spray with the, you know, that sort of thing, or just flood the area with the undercoat, and it'll just neutralise the spray can effect, which is, you know, with the Kingsman, which I did on the same Wizard's Tower, the spray can sort of bubbled it, and then the underspray neutralised the effect, but it still gave me the texture on the stone, so it was pretty good. It was a happy accident. Now, on to the next question. I hope that helped, guys. On to the next question. New box sets, are they worth it? Yes, they are. They are, but here's a few things. The first thing is, when you say new, when the questions put me as new box sets, I'm thinking of like the new one that's coming out, which is the Thousand Suns and Grey Knights. Is that worth it? Yeah, that is. If you're buying it for yourself, yeah, that is. It's fantastic. But by the time you add up the cost of each of the models and, you know, in the box, you know, the new one that's coming out, I can't remember what it's called now, Hellfire, is it? Or something like that? Hellforge, or it's the Thousand Suns and the Grey Knights. If you're lucky enough to get one, it's absolutely amazing. My main man's going to try and get one, and we're going to have half and half. So we're going to go halves on it and half and half, which is, you know, I think it'd be like 120, 130 euros or something like that. Bumble fly out of, which would be 60, 65 quid each. So that's worth it. Yeah, they are. But the problem with them is they only release a certain amount of them, and they're literally sold out within minutes. They go so quickly. But then a few months later, they released the main models in their singular anyway. So it's a bumblefly that's buzzed in there. It's annoying the hell out of me. So it's, you know, if you can get your hands on it, it's worth it. Imperium magazine, 25th of August. I've been told it's been launched, and I'm going to get a free mug because I've waited so long for the since my initial subscription. So that'd be nice. I'm very looking forward to that. If you haven't applied for it, guys, I'm telling you now, I probably won't mention it again until it starts arriving, because it's a very good subscription. You know, there's so much models in there, and I think it works out about 25 quid, 30 quid a month, something like that. And what you're getting there is just insane. You're getting models. You're getting you know, boosty bonuses like paints and brushes and clippers. The brush and the clippers are not that great, you know, but they're still handy to have. The paints are just amazing because you're still $2.75 a pot or something. Also, there's Roberta Goodman in there, which is a 50-euro model. So you can't go wrong. You got Sisters of Battle in there. You got some AdMech in there. You got Space Marines in there. You've got a shitload of Necrons in there. I think the Necrons that are in that, model for model, equal what's in the Indominus box. So you can't really go wrong. There's a shed load of terrain in there as well, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah, I'm enjoying your painting videos. Can you paint some futuristic 40k stuff? Now, I was going to paint some 40k stuff the other day. I was just going to just do a couple of hours of painting and just clear everything that's on my painting station. Because, like, on the painting station here, there's 5 Terminators, Terminator, or Hero in Terminator armor. There's a Captain in Terminator armor. There's 3 jump packs with the flying stands that I made. If you haven't seen that video, guys, go back and check out the cheap flying stand video. There's 2 Cyclone missile launchers. There's a Thunder Hammer. Yeah, there's a Thunder Hammer here as well. Terminator with Thunder Hammer. So the lighting's gone a bit weird, so I'm on angle there. There's a 10-man tactical squad. I've got a Space Marine Dreadnought here that I didn't even touch. I was going to touch him between. I was going to paint in between doing the Herald and the Juggernaut, and it didn't happen. I've got 10 Chaos Knights over the back there. Chaos Corn Hero on a steed. I've got 20 the Nurgle Chaos Warriors, but they're older models. one undercoated black. I've got, looks like Gorfags, the mercenaries for Warhammer, the ogre ones. Gorfags, I think they're called. The standard in musician's paint. I've got Vestigore, Cornagore, standard, which is going to be the stand bearer for my Corn Warrior unit with Chaos Warrior unit with great weapons. So I was gonna, I was gonna just get on and just do, just do my 2 days off in the morning and just do the paint as much of that up as I could and film it, and then slap them two together and just make it a video. But one thing led to another, and I didn't get a chance to do it. But the other thing with the 40k stuff, that especially my Space Marines, it is a Dreadnought. I've shown this many times before, but it is my Space Marine Dreadnought. Okay. Now to get the base colour, chapter colours, up to the level I want it, requires 2 or 3 coats. Now on the Dreadnought it's not too bad because it looks very worn and it's a nice effect on it. But for the Space Marines, I want it to bring up to a certain transparency. No, that's the wrong word. I want it to bring up to a certain pigment. Okay, so I can actually look at it and go, oh, that looks good. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 coats. Sometimes it's 3 coats and then a walk down a bit of a thin fourth coat, just to bring it up to where I want it. And you don't want to sit and watch me paint 3 coats of the same colour on the same model. That's just not. So I think when I come to paint, I mean, I probably still will do that, just paint as many of them up as I can. But when it comes to painting them from fresh, as in like just undercoated black, I will probably do the base colours first and have them up and ready. Some people are going to go, oh no, some people go, yeah, that's fine. But I just don't see the point of just you seeing me do 3 colours on it, 3 base colours on the same colour on the same model. But let's to answer that question. Sorry, polystyrene being blown over. Yeah, so hopefully I've got a heap of Space Marines in Nitro Wars sitting down there, because I did them in the White Spirit, but it was just, the paint was so thick it wasn't coming off, so I got some paint stripper and just chucked them in there. I've got the next ones to do are going to be the Eldari. Just going to put them into their own little tray, put some paint stripper on them, get them ready to go. Yeah, that's pretty much. It's an absolute manic week here, so I'm not behind, but I am a little bit pressed for time every day because the house is having a revamp, not a refurb, just a revamp, moving stuff around and creating space and stuff like that. I've got 2 boxes to bring over here, and where am I going to store them? Anyway, guys, enough of yabbering on. I hope those questions have helped you. If you have any questions, guys, chuck a comment below. Okay, message me on Messenger. Go to Unique Wargaming Terrain Facebook page and check a message on there. I don't check in there as much as I should do, but I do check in there as often. You'll see some work in there as well. There were some images on there and work that I've done previously before I went onto YouTube. Some amazing. There's some trees on there actually. I might talk you through how to do them soon. Pain in the ass, but they're good if you can pull it off. Anyway, guys, until next week, please hit like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I'll see you next week. Take it easy, guys.